one of Bristol's upcycled clothing ranges. It's called Fix Up Look Sharp, and that's because they literally fix up old clothing and look sharp wearing it. They've been cropping t-shirts, cutting skirts and reworking jumpers since 2012, and frugal fashionists are loving their upcycled threads. The on-trend upcycled clothing range are a fashion label with a difference. They transform donated fabrics into one-of-a-kind fashion pieces to raise funding for Click Sergeant's vital work with children and young people with cancer. All of the garms are created by local designers, and you can get your mitts on them here at the Click Sergeant charity shop on Gloucester Road. Tons of vintage, retro and second-hand clothing gets donated to the charity, and the team of Bristol-based designers at Fix Up Look Sharp decided to get their scissors out and combine a few old pieces together. It's amazing to see how they've managed to upcycle some old pieces into something new. And yeah, it is using old bits of material like an old bedsheet, but I mean, they managed to turn it into something really modern and stylish, like this. This type of clothing is very in at the moment, and because it's so quirky, I want to meet the lady behind the label. I've pulled out a few pieces from their charity shop to see if she can make them into one of her upcycled tees. So join me after the break as we show you how to make your very own top from basic materials that you'll have lying around your home. Don't go anywhere. Before the break, we introduced you to Fix Up Look Sharp. It's one of Bristol's upcycled clothing brands, raising funds for Click Sergeant's vital work with children and young people with cancer. Fix Up Look Sharp is the brainchild of Ruth Strugnell, who combined her passion for fashion with recycling and raising money for charity. Ruth volunteered in the Gloucester Road shop after studying her fashion degree in Bath, and that's when she had a plan.
So something we're working on at the moment, we get a lot of t-shirts donated, and bed sheets are a big thing that we use it quite a lot because you get lots of fabric. So we'll use bed sheets for like sleeves, and then we'll re-put them into old t-shirts, and we'll use them for like the bodies of t-shirts and bits and bobs. Or like we also just design pieces from scratch, like jumpsuits, shorts, and just cut them all out of the bed sheet and put it all back together again.
Now, so we know the kind of things that you upcycle. So earlier on, I popped into the Click Sergeant charity shop on Gloucester Road, and I've picked out a few bits and bobs from the shop. I was just wondering whether or not you're okay to show me how to upcycle it.
I would love to.
Brilliant, perfect. Right, let's go.
Let's go.
So Ruth, I've got this bag full of goodies that I got in the charity shop. So if I just show you what it is that we've got.
Wonderful.
So some old t-shirts, we can pick which one you want to use. And I really like the pattern on this old bedsheet, and I thought, you know, a bedsheet might be something quite nice to use to upcycle with.
Absolutely.
So what do you think we can do with all of this then?
Right, I'm going to take a t-shirt, white one, and the bedsheet, and we'll turn it into a different type of t-shirt with pattern sleeve.
Right.
So the first step, which is the most boring step, I'm afraid, is unpicking the collar.
Right.
So you need the unpicker, and you just need to pick away, make yourself a little hole, and try not to make any holes in the fabric, but just take the thread away and you can get through to the other side.
Right, so
Lovely.
we've removed the collar from the t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to keep hold of that.
I'm going to keep hold of that and just make sure that there are no threads on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a raglan sleeve, which is where the sleeve comes from the collar and downwards. Starts in the collar there, and we start in the collar there, and we bring it down to there, and that's where we're going to we'll use that then for our pattern for the sleeve.
Perfect.
So you can measure it properly, but it's about 5 centimetres in, and then you just got to make sure that that's the same on the other side. So just matching up the two sections. So we'll be cutting from the collar down to the end of the bottom of the armpit there.
Okay.
And then the same on this side. Making sure that everything is nice and flat. Lovely. So you have your t-shirt, the sleeve's cut out. This t-shirt, the sleeve that we've cut out then becomes the pattern piece for the sleeve. So then we're just pinning our new pattern piece onto the bed sheet. Lovely, and then we're just cutting it out. Now you have to remember to add seam allowance on the side. The next step is sewing the sleeves together and putting them into the t-shirt.
Perfect.
The next step is to sew the sleeves together and to put them back into the t-shirt and reattach it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each sleeve and then put right side to right side, matching up bottom of the sleeve. Always pin at the top and then match the underarm with the underarm, so you know you've got your centre pinned in correctly. And then match the top with the top. Lovely, then once it's all pinned in, ready to sew it back on.
So from next to nothing, we've managed to turn an old t-shirt and an old duvet cover into this. Not only is the money going to charity, but it's also great for your pocket too. So send me a tweet, tell me what you think about this upcycled t-shirt that we've made, and perhaps tweet me some of the things that you've done at home too. But most of all, make sure you tune in next week for another Thursday Thrift.